Hello grade 3, how are you guys? I miss you so much. Today in our grammar lesson we will talk about nouns. I can classify nouns into two kinds depending on the plural, or how to change them to plural noun, from singular to plural. So I can classify them into two kinds: the nouns that I can count and the nouns that I cannot count. So I call them countable nouns. I can count them by 1, 2, 3, and the uncountable nouns. It means the nouns that I cannot count. I cannot count their number. They have no number. The countable nouns, like for example, if I say lemon, I can say 1 lemon, 2 lemons, 3 lemons, like this. I can say pen, book, okay? All these nouns, if I want to change them into plural, I only add the plural s, okay? But the countable nouns, they do not take the plural s. I cannot add plural s to these nouns. Like, most of them are in food, the nouns of food. Like, for example, bread. I cannot say breads. I can say a loaf of a bread, or a piece of a bread. Okay, so I cannot say breads. So here I don't add s. Okay, like cereal. Okay, the seeds that you eat in the morning, the cereal, like cornflakes or something like that. Cereal. And I also have let's say pasta. Okay, so here I have countable nouns. I can count them by numbers, and here uncountable nouns, I cannot count them by their number. Okay, I can count them with other things. For example, pasta, I can say a pack of pasta. Okay, so the countable nouns, I can add to them the plural s, and the uncountable nouns, I cannot add to them the plural s. Before the noun, if it's countable noun, I must use the two letters a or an, because they are singular. If they are singular, I use a or an before them. I can say a lemon, a pen, a book. And if it starts with a vowel letter like onion, I say an onion. Okay, an onion. Now, the uncountable nouns, I cannot use a or an with the uncountable nouns. I cannot say a bread. I can say a piece of bread. Okay, a pack of pasta. That's how I use a. But here, if I don't have a number, if I don't have a quantity, يعني ما عندي كمية, okay, I don't know how to count them, or I don't have a number, I use, before these nouns, I use the word some. With using some, I don't know the actual number of these things. I don't know their number. So I say some bread, some cereal, and some pasta. There is a note here that you have to understand, that if the uncountable noun, if the countable noun is plural, yani it has s, the plural s, like lemons, I cannot say a lemons, or an onions. It's wrong. If it's a plural, I use with it some, even if it's a countable noun. Okay, so if I have here like books, I say some books. Okay, if I have onions, I say some onions. Okay, so I can use some with plural nouns and with uncountable nouns. And a or an, I use them with only singular countable nouns. Okay, so this is the first thing I want you to understand. The second thing is, I want to teach you how to ask for something you want politely, in a polite way. The affirmative way of asking for something. If you want to ask for something, you use would and you use like. Okay, it's a positive sentence. Like if you are in a shop or in a restaurant and you want to order, you cannot say bring me this or bring me that. This is impolite. If you have to ask in a polite way, like you say, I would like an orange, for example. Okay? Or you say, he would like some milk. So you see how I'm using an and some. And I use it with a singular countable noun and some with an uncountable noun. I can say another example. They would like some tomatoes. Okay? Here it's a countable plural noun. If it's a countable plural noun, I use with it some. And I can use this form, I can use it in the form of a question. If you want to ask someone, what does he or she want? If I want to change it into question, I put would in the beginning of the sentence, okay? And I ask, what does he or she want? For example, when I say, would you like some ice cream? And it's a question mark. Would he like a banana? Okay, so it's a question. So I can use it in the affirmative way, a true sentence. You are asking for something politely, or someone is asking you, like, what do you want? And also it's a polite way to ask. Okay, so here is the way how to ask for something politely in a shop or at home or anywhere. Okay, so it's a very polite way to ask for something, to demand something. Now, I will write for you the pages you have to do and the numbers that you have to do exercises for these ideas. I want you please to do in the book. In the book, you have to open on page 63 and do numbers 3 and plus 4. And in the workbook, you have to do page 59. Okay? And take the pictures and send them back to me to correct them. Okay? Thank you very much.